101. I've got a handout that I want to make sure that everybody has, and I have an interesting story, and this book, you know, I do talk a lot about this book, and this book is a result of when I ran for public office in 2005, and then when I ran for public office again in 2006. And I want to just share just a little bit because it sets the foundation of why I'm so passionate about helping people become more empowered as it relates to politics, especially people of color. We're on the sidelines and we complain and we don't vote, and we're wondering why we are the last on the totem pole. And people get really not too happy with me sometimes with certain things that I have to say. But the fact of the matter is, you can get upset and, you know, that kind of thing, but it still doesn't change the fact of the matter that the issues are still there. So when I ran for mayor, it was the most incredible, invigorating, amazing experience that I've ever had. The opportunity to make an impact on the whole county, to touch the lives of so many people, which I did. It was a wonderful, wonderful race. A first Black woman to run for mayor in Augusta, and there was 3 other people in the race. Many of you know the story. It was 4 of us in the race, and I was the first one to get in the race, which a lot of people, they forget that part, so that it makes me seem like I'm the one who's responsible for one certain person not being in public office. And I've never, ever thought about running for politics before, ever. I mean, I have a minor in political science. I have a major, my major was journalism, but I never really thought about running for political office. I just liked political science in college. And that run for mayor was awesome. I mean, I met so many people, and we had a great team of people in this community. I mean, young people like this young lady all the way up to in the 80s. I mean, Mary and her husband, they were part of my campaign team. I mean, we were strong. Mary decorated my campaign headquarters, okay? That's just how far we go back. It was a big building, but she just made it so elegant. I ended up, during the campaign, I met so many people who didn't vote or weren't concerned about voting. And I met a lot of people who were convicted felons, who had served their time, okay, who had, they had served their time and no longer on parole, but they would tell me, well, I can't vote. And I would hear that so much that it bothered me. I'm like, well, that just doesn't seem like it's fair. You know, is that accurate? And so when I started doing some research, I realized that's not accurate. If you serve your time and you don't have any more fines or you're no longer on parole, you can go back and register to vote. But they're not told, a lot of them are not told that. As a minister should be well-rounded enough to be able to have a conversation on any of the candidates and on any of the political parties. To skew one way is, I believe, one of the reasons why we as Black people are in the mess that we're in. Okay? Because it's about public policy.